Hi, I'm Wendy.
And I'm Lisa, and we create music. Winning the award for the outstanding main title theme was for Nurse Jackie was really something special for us, and something that was almost not going to happen because the category itself was almost eliminated. We had to vote as a community to keep that category on the ballot.
It's a lost art. My reaction to being called, for Lisa and I to be called up to the podium to accept the award, was shocking. For a few different reasons. One, it was our first nomination. Two, we won that first nomination. Number three, I've kind of, through the years, been able to sort of slyly predict who is going to be called up to accept an award by seat placement. And we were sort of in a very inconvenient spot in the auditorium. So I was like, it's not going to happen. We're not going to get this award. It's going to take too long. We can't get up there. What brought me back to, well, actually it sent me into like space, in orbit, was when John Lithgow backstage looked at me and said, "You were charming."
You were so charming up there.
What? John Lithgow. I was like, I loved you in Harry and the Hendersons. The show is dreamy and dramatic, but also really it's a comedy. And even Edie, when she won the Emmy, said, "I'm not funny." Was really surprised to win an award for comedic actress. So I think that the main title reflects that same struggle. It's like the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever, all mixed together. I was struck at how different our title sequence was compared to the other four people that were nominated, and they're all fantastic, but I think what resonated for most people, and what resonated for me, whether or not I was voting or not, was that it was different, and it had a specific sound to the character and the narrative. I don't know how closely TV shows really pay a lot of stock to that these days, so it was nice for us to be able to do that. Did it come easy? I think it came really easy.
It did.
We got lucky with that, but the two of us were like, we need to make this as ironic as we can, and we need it to be have a certain amount of aggression and beauty, and we just went for it.
Yeah. Once we got going on it, we were having so much fun. It was one of those things where we were just like throwing chairs out of our way and like, we want to do hand claps,
Yeah, we were using our Advil bottles for shakers, and trying to get inspired.
We were, like, using hospital sounds or little things like.
Yeah, it came easy.
It was fun.
We got a meeting through our friends that hooked us up, and we walked in, and it was a room full of dames, and we just knew when we walked in, we have to have this. And there was a certain camaraderie amongst all of the women that were involved in the project, and they put us in a little room and said, watch the pilot and see what you think. And the two of us were...
We were blown away.
We were just
so
cooked.
Smart,
we were
shellacked
and ready to go.
Beautiful. We write in real time to picture all the time. So I can just kind of lend myself to that, pour myself into that and what I'm seeing, and just play and react. And Wendy can log what I'm doing and sort of help me hone in on the things that are working and the things that are just not really working with the picture.
A lot of times we'll start with me in our whisper room behind the kit, behind the drums, with my monitor on in there,
and Lisa will be out here and she'll be playing one of the organs, and we'll score the scene together at the same time that way.
Yeah, that works
Beats
really well.
and all, and stops and starts, and we perform the scene as if we were sort of in a black and white movie-ola,
Yeah,
you know, in the pit band at the
silent
theater.
movie.
Exactly. So we do that a lot.
Improvising writing style is the most valuable tool I think there is in composing. That's what you need to be able to do. The important thing to note is that when you work on a show for a while, you know, and some things happen quicker and some things take a little bit longer, but you do know the character's arc, you know, of each and every character, you know, where they've been, where, you know, where these scenes are coming from and why a certain look means something, and we will have spotted the episode. And what's really cool is the Nurse Jackie production team is all in New York, and we're here, and we have this great software we can actually spot the show together, like with, you know,
Live
on the
time.
speakerphone in real time, and go through the show and stop and start and say, and right here would be really cool if we, you know, made this happen. So we sort of know already what we're going to do. So we could we've joked about doing this, like, why don't we just plug in a couple instruments and play the show from top to bottom and just score it, and we'd be done in 20 minutes, or, you know, 28 minutes, however long the show is.
We have pretty active careers in a lot of different fields: television composing, film composing, songwriting, producing. We have a radio show that we do as well. And do I find it difficult to manage it? No, I don't find it difficult to manage it because I think we're pretty sufficiently good at all of them. I just wish there was more time for certain things. Sometimes there's a bit of a cluster, and all needs to happen all at the same time, and that's when it gets frustrating. But I don't regret one moment of the frustration. It's a good problem to have. I feel really lucky that we can do all of those things.
We want to do it all. We're doing this because we want to do it. We love doing it.
No, I love
and
it.
so all the different incarnations that it takes, doing a session with somebody cool, or writing a song, or,
Yeah.
you know, that's all stuff we want to do. We're really super
True.
lucky to do it. And then when you have the time off, you're on hiatus or something, and then 2 weeks go by, and you're like worried nothing's ever going to happen again.
It's true.
I'm never going to work
like,
until
well,
it's over.
Have you gotten any phone calls after
No
you've
one's
gotten
called.
your Emmy?
You know, like,
No,
it's over.
no one's
That was
called.
it. We better save money. We didn't want it to be a problem, so we never saw it as a problem, or we just ignored it as being a problem, even though we did get a lot of really strange and horrible comments and things people would say to us, or about us, or around us, or just everything. You could just feel it, but it only made us have more of like a sassy, like,
I went into hyper denial.
F-you quality about it, and you know, seriously, you have to just assume that you have every right to be there as much as anybody else does, and it's absolutely true. So,
And hard work does create luck. So we have a pretty intense work ethic, and I think having that kind of work ethic, and I think dedication to this process, if that could speak to women, then I'm all for it. Our mothers and fathers were pretty liberal, so I never had too much of a stigma about being half Jewish, female, gay. I got lucky that way. Right?
yeah, you did.
Are you judging me? Are you being intolerant?
You're gay?
Like, yeah, I'm just a little freaked out right now.
You're so intolerant.